We are at King Edward Public School. It is one of 140 schools across the TDSB that offers a French immersion or extended French program. Now, one of the proposals the board has come up with to try to save money is to eliminate busing for those students and no longer provide TTC fare that they currently provide for the older kids in that program. Now, I spoke to the executive director of the Ontario branch of Canadian Parents for French. And she says this is a very short-sighted idea, and she's surprised that Canada's largest school board would even consider it.
The announcement from the TDSB to the proposal to cut funding for busing comes as a big shock because, I mean, traditionally TDSB has been such a supporter of French immersion and such a supporter of equitable access. So it comes as a bit of a shock. I know they have a lot of pressure on them to find efficiencies. We just hope that they can take a second look at this and realize that this is the type of cut that has an immediate impact on families and on the equitable access of the program.
Of the TDSB's 246,000 students, about 28,000 of them are in French immersion or extended French. Of those, more than 6,000 are either bused or take advantage of the TTC subsidy, so more than 21%. Betty Gormley says there's absolutely no question that eliminating busing would mean many families would not be able to attend the program.
There's no doubt about it. Providing transportation is a lifeline to that program for many, many families. Not all parents have the luxury of getting up in the morning and have time to bus their kids to the school, to their school. So, providing transportation is critical to maintaining the equitable access to that program. I can't put it any simpler than that. Busing is a must-have.
Now, the board says this move could save as much as $9 million. Some of the other proposals you heard from Tina, another one is that they're thinking of cutting back itinerant music teachers that travel from school to school. For parents, they find the whole thing frustrating and disappointing.
Fortunately, there is a French immersion school that is close to here that I might send my daughter at for grade 4. But those parents that don't have that opportunity, that live close to a community school that has French immersion, those children shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a barrier for them to be able to pursue that kind of thing.
I'd never considered private school before, but you get to this point where you start to think, is this what we're going to have to do? Because the class sizes are growing. Kindergarten class sizes are huge. And I'm going into this September feeling quite nervous about the whole thing.
Now, families will get their chance to have their say to the board on 2 different occasions coming up at the end of the month. Canadian Parents for French says they will be there urging the board to reconsider.